Welcome to Update Insights. Today, an in-depth look at global reactions to the recent Iran-Israel conflict, President Donald Trump's role, and the latest diplomatic events shaking international relations. Flashpoint: Operation Rising Lion and Iran's retaliation. On June 13, 2025, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, massive airstrikes targeting Iranian nuclear sites, missile facilities, and IRGC command centers. Some of these were in or around Tehran, damaging the state broadcaster directed. Iran retaliated with multiple barrages of ballistic missiles and over 500 drones, striking northern Israel and even reaching Tel Aviv and Haifa. Civilian casualties are reported, over 224 in Iran and around 24 in Israel. United States, Trump's calculated intervention. President Trump has taken decisive action. He reaffirmed unwavering support for Israel's defensive operations, praising their precision strikes and pledging missile defense support, yet clearly ruled out committing U.S. ground troops. He emphasized that a real end to Iran's nuclear ambitions would require a lasting deal, hinting that U.S. diplomats like Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff or even VP J.D. Vance may soon meet with Iranian officials. Trump also issued stern warnings. He urged Tehran to evacuate civilians and stepped up U.S. military assets in the region, deploying aircraft and naval elements in a defensive posture. Global diplomacy in motion. G7 summit Canada. Mid-June, European leaders worked to pull Iran back to the negotiation table. Trump departed early, echoing his commitment to a broader agreement with Tehran beyond just a ceasefire. Middle East intermediaries, Oman, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia engaged directly, reportedly relaying Tehran's willingness to cease hostilities in exchange for flexibility in nuclear talks. UN and IAEA. UN Secretary-General Guterres called for utmost restraint. The IAEA is convening an emergency session over damage to Iranian nuclear sites. Regional and international responses. Europe, France, Germany, the UK, and Italy urged both restraint and acknowledged Israel's right to self-defense. German Chancellor Merz warned of broader regional destabilization. Middle East. Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Jordan condemned the strikes, calling for de-escalation and rule of law. Iraq lodged a complaint with the UN over Israeli violations of Iraqi airspace during the raids. Russia offered mediation while criticizing Israel. India, Australia, and Argentina expressed concern and called for diplomacy. Regional fallout and humanitarian impact. Civilians on the move. Warnings issued to Iranians near strike zones prompted significant internal displacement and panic evacuations from Tehran toward northern provinces. Infrastructure damage. Satellite footage confirms attacks on oil infrastructure in Haifa and Iran, power plants, and broadcasting facilities. Energy and markets. Global oil prices initially spiked above $105 per barrel before stabilizing. International markets saw short-term turbulence. What comes next? Diplomacy versus escalation. Iran, having lost air defenses and key military personnel, appears ready to negotiate so long as Israel halts its attacks and the U.S. withdraws support from the offensive. Trump sees this moment as a chance for a long-sought nuclear deal, but time is short. He warns Iran must reach an agreement before it's too late or face further consequences. With live missile exchanges and evacuations still underway, the next days are pivotal. Trump holds the key. His balance of support for Israel and diplomatic openness to Iran may determine whether the conflict spirals or finds a path toward resolution. Conclusion: a turning point with global stakes. As Iran and Israel wage a dangerous tit-for-tat, the world turns to Trump's leadership. He has ramped up military readiness, affirmed Israel's defense, and activated diplomatic channels. Gulf mediators and G7 partners are pushing for ceasefire and nuclear dialogue. The coming week could define whether this clash becomes a broader regional war or the catalyst for renewed diplomacy. Stay informed with Update Insights. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for updates on this evolving global flashpoint.